Hey YouTube, it's Paul and Peppo Jason with Life with Paul. Just thought we'd sit down and do another video. Sorry we're indoors today. It's a nasty, rainy, bad hair day. Many years ago, I suffered with an issue that I'm sure a lot of people can relate to. I know a lot of people can. I know millions can. Sorry, Paul's shoving my chair. He hears something going on at the neighbor's house, so it's either I'm petting him or he's gonna bark. Anyway, many years ago, I had a horrible drinking problem. I suffered through it for many years. It went from my childhood until, how old am I now? It went into my 20s. And that don't sound like a long time, but I mean, I started doing this when I was 8 years old. My dad used to holler from the yard, and I'd take it, and I'd go in the house and grab out of the refrigerator and bring him half a beer in the yard. That's how it started for me. I went through a lot of stuff in my childhood that fueled my drinking, as well as other things. I'm not gonna get a whole lot into that in this video, but so with this video, the question is, are you an alcoholic? Do you have issues with drinking too much? I'm not talking about just if you go out to the bar one time and you have a beer, one too many. I'm talking about if it's routinely, because for me, it was every day. It started for me, it was a weekend thing. It started on Friday after work, would last through Sunday night, and then I'd go back to work Monday and wasn't drinking throughout the week. A lot of that's because I was young and didn't have a very good job. So I didn't have the money to drink all week long. But as it progressed for me, it got to where it was at the point where I had to wake up in the morning or afternoon, depending on the day. And if I didn't have a couple beers or several drinks or whatever it may be, Paul, don't hit my camera. Go lay down. Good boy. Anyway, if I didn't have a couple beers or at least a couple beers or several drinks, I couldn't function. I had to have that in my system to fight off the jitters and the brain fog, just so I could function. But then I had to find sneaky ways to keep that level up throughout the day while still working. I'm not telling that story as a comparison or anything like that, but I wanted to do this video and ask today, are you an alcoholic? Could you be? Could you have issues with drinking like I did? And this stuff goes universally. It's not just alcohol, it's drugs as well. It's an addiction is an addiction. It's all addiction. It's the same. The drug is different, but the addiction is the same. For me, it got to the point where I got my second DUI while I was on probation for something else that was also alcohol related. And so thanks to the state of Texas, they sent me to it was a rehab program ran within the Texas prison system. It was called SafeP. It's not my proudest moment. And without going into too much detail in this video, I didn't grasp the whole program, but I knew this much. The consequences were getting higher than I was willing to pay any longer. I did not want to go to prison for real. Though I ended up going later for something else, but from that time on, I didn't drink anymore. It was enough to scare me enough to say, I am not willing to pay this penalty. I am not willing to pay these consequences any longer. They're getting too high. The question is do you find yourself in that same circumstance? Are you starting to pay consequences for your drinking or your drugging that the consequences are getting higher than you're willing to pay any longer? If they are, you just might have a problem. I'm not judging you, and I am not diagnosing you. My disclaimer is I am not a drug and alcohol counselor. I am not a therapist. I am not a psychologist. I am not a doctor. I am not here to diagnose you. I'm just here to say, if you can relate your story to my story in any way, there is help. You can stop. You can recover. My life today is proof that it's possible. I've been sober now for decades. It is possible. Millions and millions of people have gained sobriety and stopped when it didn't look like there was any way possible for that to ever happen. It happens. It's possible. I ended up doing things the hard way because I didn't really work a program. I didn't really commit myself to it. I just stopped drinking. Don't do it the way I did it. I don't recommend that. What I do recommend, though, is if you think you have a problem, if your life is becoming unmanageable, seek help, find help, and please stop. Stop today. I know that's easier said than done, and I'm there. I've been there. I'm with you on that. I understand that. If you need to, hit me in the comments. Use the Gmail that's listed with this account. Contact me. I'll help you. I'll help you all that I can. I don't have any magical answers. I don't have an end-all be-all cure. What I do have is an experience that worked for me. If it is possible for me, it is possible for you. I'm no better than anyone else. I'm no worse than anyone else was. But if you need help, get help. I'm not saying check yourself into some sanitarium like they used to. I'm not saying do that. I'm saying if you need a program and you have the means to get a program, get in one. If you need help detoxing, there's help out there. Search it out. Google it. It's available to you. If you just need an ear to talk to, if you just need somebody to listen, I'm here. I'm here all the time. I needed that when I was going through it. And I really struggled when I first got into sobriety. Because when I got out of that program, I went back home. Well, I had a wife at the time that was a very practicing alcoholic as well, who refused to stop. It was very, very hard for me. I do not recommend doing it that way. But If you have to do it that way, do it that way. At all cost, if you need help and you can't stop on your own, find help and stop. It'll save the rest of your life. There's 3 things that addiction and alcohol will end you up in: jails, institutions, or death. That's the 3. For me, luckily, it was jail. It was enough for me. You may have suffered more than that. And you're finally at the point where you want to stop. If you do, man, I applaud you and I encourage you. This disease is not a respecter of persons. It does not care what social economic status you have. It doesn't care how much money you have. It doesn't care if you're living on the streets or in a mansion. It doesn't care if you're male, female, if you're an adult or you're a teenager. It does not care. It consumes everything it comes in contact with. And it consumed me for many years until I got to a point where I was not willing to give up any more territory to it. And that's when I stood up and I stopped. I make it sound easy saying I just stopped. It was nowhere near that easy. It was not. Trust me, going through withdrawals from alcohol in a jail cell was no picnic. It was not easy. It's not something I would wish on my worst enemy. That being said, if that's what it takes for you, I can't say do it. I can't say go commit a crime and get locked up. I can't say that. Don't do that. But get help. Seek help. Talk to your friends. Talk to your family. Talk to your neighbors. Go to a church and talk to your pastor. Talk to your family doctor. Talk to anyone you can. And those places and those people have resources. They can steer you in the right direction. Go to a AA or NA meeting. Those go recommended. I used to go all the time. It started with the state of Texas made me go. Didn't want to go. I felt like a freak. Then next thing you know is I wanted to go. Even though I wasn't required to go anymore, I was still going. It taught me the things in life that I needed to survive and make it through the day without relying on the crutch that I relied on for so many years. I don't want to make this video super long. Don't want to go into too much details about programs or stuff like that. I just want to encourage you that if you need help, find help, seek help, get help. If I can help you in any way, contact me. I will. If I can help you, I will. Even if it's just an ear to listen. Through AA being a sponsor, I have one hard set rule that I kept with being a sponsor. If I was sponsoring you and you called me up drunk, my reply would be, okay, call me tomorrow when you're sober, and I would hang up the phone. You can't reason rationally with someone when they're under the influence. I know this from experience because you could not reason with me when I was under the influence. That does neither party any good. You need a sober mind. You don't have to have weeks in sobriety to have that conversation, but you need to at least be at the point at the time where you're not under the influence so you can think rationally. I just wanted to make this video. I know it's not too long and it's not in too much detail. Let me know if you want to see more videos like this. Put it in the comments. Let us know where you're at. Let us know if you're sober today and how you got that way. What you did, what helped, what hurt. Put it in the comments if you're struggling. If you don't want to put it in the comments, you can contact me directly. I'll talk with you. Even if nobody else will, I will. Just know you're not alone. You can do this. The program will help. And again, you're far, far from alone. There are millions and millions of us. There's millions that are right now in the same situation you are. But there's millions who have made it through to the other side. I'm living proof. This video is proof for you that it's possible. Recovery can happen. You not only recover from your addictions, you recover your life back. You recover a little bit of control and normalcy back. I know it may not seem like it at the moment, but I'm telling you the truth. It's possible. So I hope I encourage you. I hope this video helps you. Please give it a thumbs up. Share it with somebody you know that needs to hear it. That's how these videos get out. That's how they help people, is by sharing them with people who need to hear them. Subscribe to the channel. We'll do more videos like this in the near future. I already got an idea for one coming up, but I'm not going to express that here. But if you need help, please find it. Search it out. Find it. Google is an amazing tool. You can find all kinds of help. You can find meetings. You can find programs. You can find detoxes. You can find all kinds of stuff just with Google. Use it to your advantage. Technology can be a wonderful thing. So with that, I'm gonna sign off. Hope you're staying dry. I mean, like I said, it's rainy here today. Paul's laying on the floor pouting because he wants to go out and play and he can't. I'll try and have him in the next video. But until next time, watch for the life lessons, learn from the lessons, and be the best version of you the world has ever seen.